Right now on Good Morning America First Look, history in space. The crew of Artemis II getting a presidential phone call after traveling to the far side of the moon.
You've really inspired the entire world, really. Everybody's watching.
What they saw that no one else has seen before, and the emotional moment when they reestablished communication with Earth.
The war in Iran and the new deadline from President Trump at 8 o'clock Eastern tonight. What we're learning overnight about Iran's response to the president's demand for a deal. And here at home, where gas prices are rising the fastest.
The outrage over new data centers driving up electricity prices, now apparently sparking violence. More than a dozen shots fired at one politician's door, his young son home at the time.
U.S. immigration officials detained the newlywed wife of a U.S. soldier, while agents took the biochemistry student into custody.
The dramatic crash, this motorcycle exploding into flames, children in the path of the wreckage.
An American missing at sea in the Bahamas. Wasn't an accident, her daughter speaks out.
National champs.
Hail to the champions!
We hear from one of the heroes of Michigan's epic March Madness run.
And later, pass the check, the state with the cheapest restaurant tippers.
From ABC News, this is Good Morning America First Look.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. I'm Sophie Flay.
And I'm Hannah Patel. We begin with new images and new details from the Artemis II mission to the moon.
The crew seeing something no human has ever seen before.
The Artemis II crew is heading back towards Earth after their historic trip around the far side of the moon, going deeper into space than anyone ever before.
Integrity crew. On April 15, 1970, during the Apollo 13 mission, 3 explorers set the record for the farthest distance humans have ever traveled from our home planet. Today, for all humanity, you're pushing beyond that frontier.
For several hours, the crew took turns observing features on the moon never seen by human eyes, capturing high-resolution images while narrating what they were seeing.
The view of the South Pole is quite amazing.
Mission Commander Reed Weissman's excitement while approaching the moon prompted NASA to give this reply.
Kathy Moonjoy.
Now, those words, Moonjoy, have become a catchphrase of the mission, with t-shirts already being sold online. The astronauts also got to view this incredible total solar eclipse when the Orion spacecraft, moon, and sun all aligned. But the day was also marked by somber moments. The team embracing after they suggested naming a crater on the moon for Weissman's wife, Carol, who died of cancer.
It's a bright spot on the moon. And we would like to call it Carol.
Mission specialist Christina Cook noted the moon looked very different up close, observing shades of brown and blue instead of the familiar gray. The 4 astronauts lost contact with mission control during an expected communications blackout, while the moon blocked their signal. They came back online after about 45 minutes.
Houston, integrity. We will inspire. But ultimately, we will always choose Earth. We will always choose each other.
Overnight, President Trump called in to congratulate the crew.
You've really inspired the entire world, really. Everybody's watching. The 4 brave astronauts of Artemis II are a modern day, you really are modern day pioneers.
He also vowed the U.S. will soon plant its flag on the moon again and will continue to push on towards Mars.
The crew will get some much-needed time off today. In the meantime, a different sight in space. A jar of Nutella chocolate was no match for zero gravity floating by the crew.
That is a sight to see. Now to the war in Iran and tonight's deadline from President Trump ordering Iran to strike a deal or face new attacks targeting bridges and other infrastructure. Meanwhile, overnight, the threat of an Iranian attack forced the shutdown of a bridge linking Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, a sign of potential escalation. Here's ABC's Lionel Moise.
This morning, time is winding down to President Trump's deadline of 8 o'clock Eastern tonight for a deal to be reached to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, or he says the U.S. will launch a 4-hour blitz attack on Iran.
We have a plan, because of the power of our military, where every bridge in Iran will be decimated by 12 o'clock tomorrow night, where every power plant in Iran will be out of business, burning exploding and never to be used again.
Iran calling Trump delusional, saying his threats will have no impact on offensive operations. New video online shows one of Iran's multiple strikes in the region targeting energy infrastructure and oil facility in Bahrain. You can see a failed attempt at intercepting that strike. Ahead of tonight's deadline, President Trump insists the people of Iran want the U.S. to target their bridges and power plants if necessary.
They would be willing to suffer that in order to have freedom.
But critics question Trump ramping up his rhetoric, including his profanity-laced message to Iran Sunday.
This is a mockery not just of Islam, it's a mockery of Christianity. To send out a tweet with the F word on Easter morning promising the murder of civilians and then saying praise be to Allah without explaining any of it, you are mocking me and every other Christian because we're Christians.
Meanwhile, we're learning more about the dramatic operation to rescue a downed U.S. airman missing in Iran for 48 hours.
It was critical that we locate the downed aviator as quickly as possible, while at the same time keeping our enemies misdirected.
That colonel hiding in the crevice of a mountain.
He was injured quite badly and stranded in an area teeming with terrorists. He scaled cliff faces, bleeding rather profusely, treated his own wounds, and contacted American forces to transmit his location.
His emergency beacon was activated only after sporadic communication to avoid alerting enemy forces. The U.S. launching 150 warplanes and flying specialized helicopters to reach the rugged mountains. President Trump upset about an alleged leak to the media about the fighter jet that was shot down. He's now threatening to have the journalist responsible jailed.
We're going to go to the media company that released it, and we're going to say, national security, give it up or go to jail. When they did that, all of a sudden, the entire country of Iran knew that there was a pilot that was somewhere on their land that was fighting for his life.
Again, the president's deadline to reach a deal with Iran is 8 Eastern tonight, and Trump has stressed any deal must include reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Hannah, Sophie?
Lionel, thank you. Analysts say gas prices here at home could rise to an average of $4.25 per gallon soon. They say the sharpest price increases will be in the Plains, the Great Lakes, and the Rockies.
Now to the backlash over plans to build a new data center in one city that could help fuel artificial intelligence. The debate apparently sparking violence.
The FBI is now investigating after more than a dozen shots were fired into the home of an Indianapolis city councilor.
My son was at home, so that says a lot about his humanity or her humanity. I don't know if it's a male or female. I don't know who it is, but I would just want to know why.
Ron Gibson says 13 shots were fired into his door, and a note was found reading "No data centers." Days earlier, he voiced support for a controversial plan to build a local data center, a project like hundreds of others nationwide that have become a flashpoint in the race to further develop artificial intelligence.
Construction is expected to support roughly 300 jobs over a 3-year period.
Despite the opposition,
if you were here against the project, quietly stand up.
The project is moving forward. Right now, about 3,000 data centers are being built or planned across the country. They use huge amounts of electrical power, often requiring costly upgrades to local power grids and higher electric bills for local residents.
People's energy bills around the country are skyrocketing.
Some Democrats want new regulations, but President Trump recently announced tech companies have agreed to absorb the costs.
These companies are committing to provide or pay for all power generation and electricity needed for their AI projects.
Many data centers could face delays because of difficulty buying foreign-made electronics.
U.S. immigration officials have detained the wife of a U.S. soldier. He is now speaking out as federal officials explain why his wife should be deported. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the details. Olivia, good morning.
Sophie, good morning. 22-year-old Annie Ramos was arrested last week, just days after she married Matthew Blank, a soldier in Louisiana who's preparing for his possible third deployment overseas. Ramos is a biochemistry student with no criminal history, but officials say she's subject to a deportation order issued back in 2005 when she was a baby arriving from Honduras. She and Blank began the process of obtaining permanent residency, but Ramos was detained detained last week at her husband's military base when she was unable to show a visa or a green card. The Homeland Security Department saying the administration is not going to ignore the rule of law. She illegally crossed the southern border and entered the U.S. in February 2005. After she failed to show up for her immigration hearing, she was issued a final order of removal. Now Matthew Blank is vowing to fight for his wife's freedom. She's currently being held at an ICE facility in Louisiana. Hannah.
Olivia, thanks. Time now for your Tuesday weather.
Good morning. Winter's still trying to hang on with some April snow showers from New York State into parts of New England. Could be a few inches of snow in the Catskills and the Green and White Mountains. Still some chill across the northern tier of the country. That will start to change. Rain in Florida. Some showers from Texas into parts of Colorado. Next couple of days, going to be chilly from the eastern lakes into the northeast. New York City could struggle to get to 50 during the day on Wednesday, but some nice warming from late week in the Midwest to this weekend across the northeast. 60, Portland, New York City near 70 or 80 in parts of D.C. That's your forecast. I'm ABC News meteorologist Lee Goldberg.
Coming up, gunfire outside a Florida casino. A famous rapper injured.
Also ahead, this dramatic crash. A motorcycle explodes into flames. Children nearby. We hear from a witness.
And an American woman missing at sea in the Bahamas. Was it an accident? We're back with a shooting outside a popular casino in South Florida. The rapper Offset was injured in the gunfire outside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. He is in stable condition. Police have detained 2 people. Offset was previously married to Cardi B.
A search is underway in the Bahamas for a Michigan woman after her husband said she was swept out to sea. Brian Hooker says his wife Lynette fell off a small boat as they were heading back to their yacht. He said the key to the boat's engine also fell overboard. He says he paddled back to shore to report the incident. Lynette Hooker's daughter is calling for an investigation, saying, quote, "If this truly was an accident, I can understand," but she claims there were prior issues that may be important to investigators.
Now to Texas and a fiery crash. Everyone somehow survived.
Video captures the moment 4 children near San Antonio escaped after this crashing motorcycle narrowly missed them before exploding in flames. The rider had lost control. The bike, then on its side, speeding towards the sidewalk where the children were walking. The rider sliding along the road just behind it. The bike hits a pole and explodes. The flaming debris raining down, but narrowly missing the kids. The rider, engulfed in flames, runs away, trying to put out the fire.
I think it was nothing short of a miracle that there was not a single child that was hurt.
Robert Perez's security camera caught the moment. He says when he reviewed the footage, he couldn't believe the children were not injured.
I did not expect to see a big fireball in the air with children standing there. And so as I kind of got closer to the time that it was happening, I started watching the kids walk closer and closer. And to me, I said, oh no, don't tell me those children were still there when it happened.
The rider suffered second-degree burns. Locals say crashes are common there. They want speed bumps and 4-way stop signs installed to slow down traffic.
You don't have to drive that fast. And for people in the neighborhood, just slow down and take it easy a bit because there are children at play.
Officials there are considering safety improvements.
Coming up, a new legal battle for Howard Stern.
Also ahead, the mystery singer with a string of big hits online. Turns out he's not actually human.
My hands find the strings like they know.
Is it out yet?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell her she's got to name it Kennedy.
Kennedy. Will do.
That was air traffic control and the pilot after a woman gave birth on a plane arriving at New York's Kennedy Airport. Mother and baby are doing well.
Howard Stern and his wife are facing a wrongful termination lawsuit from a former assistant. Leslie Kuhn claims they created a hostile work environment with unusually strict rules. She denies signing a non-disclosure agreement. No comment from Stern.
The music industry is abuzz as a new singer climbs the charts online, but the singer isn't human.
He's the blues singer lighting up the iTunes charts.
Time don't wait, it just carries you through.
His songs racking up hundreds of thousands of views in just a few weeks.
And watch the rest all fade away.
But if you were hoping to see Eddie Dalton live, don't hold your breath.
Old school soul and blues musician is not real. He's entirely AI generated.
That's right. Eddie Dalton is generated by artificial intelligence, the creation of Dallas Ray Little, who runs a record company producing AI music and videos for fictional musicians. Little says he writes all the music and does not agree with the negative discourse surrounding AI music, saying referring to it as a content farm and suggesting people are being misled is inaccurate. But some wonder if Eddie Dalton's success is also being generated. Yahoo notes, the iTunes algorithm rewards the number of downloads, not necessarily the number of streams or plays on mainstream radio. One insider saying, the day we hear one of these songs on the radio, we'll take this seriously. It comes as Hollywood grapples with the controversy over AI actress Tilly Norwood. The human spark. And looking at the bigger picture, a new report from Goldman Sachs warns artificial intelligence is now to blame for a net loss of about 16,000 jobs in the U.S. every month. A figure that could have real people singing in the blues.
That report found Gen Z workers being hurt the most by AI. Coming up, the state with the cheapest restaurant tippers. But first, one of the heroes of Michigan's epic March Madness run. Time to check the pulse. We begin with the new kings of college basketball. The Michigan Wolverines beating UConn 69-63 for the school's second national championship. Michigan outscored their opponents by 114 points during the March Madness tournament. It's the first time the Wolverines have hoisted the trophy and cut the net since 1989. Their guard, Elliot Cadeau, was named Most Outstanding Player.
It means the world to me. I'm just so proud of myself, where I came from. Last year I was really down on myself. A lot of people doubted me, and I'm just so proud of myself for me to be able to say I was the most outstanding player.
Back in Ann Arbor, thousands of fans packed the streets to celebrate. Next, most Americans are not getting enough exercise. A CDC study out this morning finds only 47% of us are meeting the federal guidelines for physical activity. Those guidelines call for 2.5 hours of physical activity every week. Next, the nation's best and worst tippers. A new study finds California has the worst tippers, leaving 17% on average. The best tippers are in Delaware. They leave about 22% on average. Next, give this cruise ship bartender a tip. She pours 11 drinks from that tower of shakers at the same time, and the drinks are different colors. That is mesmerizing. Okay, and finally, a misbehaving beaver. Police in New Jersey made this arrest after reports of an angry beaver terrorizing residents. The suspect was safely relocated, and today is International Beaver Day. Headlines next. Checking more top stories, the crew of the Artemis II spoke to President Trump overnight after breaking the record for the farthest humans have ever traveled from Earth, 252,000 miles, to document the far side of the moon. They also viewed a total solar eclipse. Iran is blasting President Trump's threats as arrogant as his deadline approaches to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Trump is warning Iranian leaders to agree to a deal by 8 p.m. tonight, or he'll target every bridge and power plant in Iran within 4 hours. A family in Maine is mourning a father of 3 who drowned, saving his children during a vacation in Florida. Ryan Jennings managed to rescue the kids, but could not escape the rip current himself. A massive explosion near a bridge crossing the Panama Canal. One person was killed when a truck carrying fuel exploded. Crews are evaluating the Bridge of the Americas to make sure it's still safe to cross. Today's weather, chilly from New England to the Midwest, snow in the plains and showers in the Southwest. The heaviest rain will be in Florida. And finally, the mission to save a parakeet in trouble. Here's Danny New.
This is Maymay, who seems to love dancing to Taylor Swift's newest album, but who for months was also flying around New York Central Park without a home.
That's the story of Maymay, is that everybody contributed sightings.
This story begins in late August when J.P. Boromir joined the rescue mission to catch this parakeet before it got cold.
We can never know where Maymay actually came from, but Maymay is a budgie or a parakeet, which means she should be in Australia.
Liz Cabrera-Holtz from the nonprofit World Animal Protection says Maymay most likely was abandoned or escaped from a pet store, and they've seen similar reports that did not end well when the weather turned cold. However, JP and her friends were determined to not let that happen.
Sean and I were out there, pretty much almost every day.
While Maymay was cozying up to a flock of sparrows for warmth, JP was making maps like these almost every day to track her movements. Finally, after 10 weeks, Maymay got comfortable on the ground long enough for JP to come over and drop the net swiftly.
Was that like one of the best moments of your life?
Yeah. Probably the best moment of my life.
For the next 5 months at JP's apartment, Maymay got to enjoy plenty of snacks. And yes, Taylor Swift sing-alongs, before at last, a few months ago, when a spot opened up at a wildlife sanctuary in Rhode Island called Foster Parrots. JP and Liz drove up to drop her off at her new forever home. And as you can see, she's already got plenty of new buddies in a nice, temperature-controlled environment.
Oh, Danny New reporting there. Such a sweet story. And apparently there were a lot of close calls trying to get Maymay.
Yeah.
There was a falcon, they said, trying to hunt her, and they also had to save her from a car.
Glad she's okay. Yes. That's your Good Morning America First Look. Have a great day.